Blog entry 135. And this is from 10/3 of 2024. So this blog entry is a little, it's about a time that was more challenging, because what I was experiencing was there was a lot of purification, and I was meant to just relax, but my mind would still be spinning, but I would feel safe and secure and feel Radha and Krishna around me all the time. And then there was some other things going on back in my hometown at the time as well. So this one's about a time that was a little more challenging as I was purifying moving forward. So here we go. A few days ago, a catastrophic flood hit my hometown in North Carolina and has left my mind spinning from all the destruction and loss it caused. It turned a third of the town to rubble. And it was all over the news, all the way over here in Seattle for a month or two, a long time. It was really quite bad. So yeah, that was also causing part of the purification and the spin as well, the experience of being here and that going on there. As for the orange, nothing has changed drastically. I'm still not entirely sure of the purpose of teaching or wearing the traditional attire. Krishna did ask me to wear orange, saying he could do more for me if I did. It creates this cycle of seva. My Krishna seva is to teach people, and the seva that supports my existence is there if people choose to help or not help. And so it creates a really nice flow. It's really harmonious and flowing in that way. I have a lot of missing information socially, how to navigate temples, the expectations of a person wearing orange in society, and the cultural nuances of taking the path of sannyas. So far, it often feels alienating, both for me and for those around me. At times, I'm not really interested in talking to anyone or doing anything, but it all feels so awkward. And so this is going into the temple and not having traveled with someone in orange to know the process or how it's supposed to look or how it's supposed to go. There was still just a lot missing in my understanding, and it was really challenging, especially at this time, before I had an idea of what I was supposed to be doing somewhat. In my meditation, Krishna and the angels have been saying that if I give more time, it will work out, and that they are sending help to support me. Honestly, I have no idea what that means. If someone else is reading this, you know just as much as I do. Inside, I don't feel things as I have in the past, emotionally, socially, or otherwise. So that's where I was talking about very much existing in a place of faith and trust, and that Krishna is going to bring me what I need, even though I don't really have any idea at that time what I was supposed to be doing. Really, I was just hanging out in Seattle and no direction, and I'm just like, wow, I'm not even doing anything, and Krishna is just going to take care of me, and this is really how it works. And like my mind would just spin and spin and spin, and the reality of it is that's true. You know, they said help was coming, help did come, direction came, donations came, it worked out, you know. And it really is just existing in that faith and that relationship with Krishna, with Radha and Krishna, and following the flow and doing what I'm supposed to be doing as much as I know, and and do the best I can with it. To sum it up, I seem to be facing an almost unlimited number of hurdles: not knowing Hindi, unfamiliarity with normal temple life, not knowing what programs or speeches should look like or feel like, basically. Anything beyond showing up in orange and chanting, my mantra for this has been, don't think, just do, don't think, just do, don't think, just do. And that was the way I was able to do the things I was doing. Like, I would just say that, don't think, just do, don't think, just do. And I would just be putting myself out there in all of these different surroundings, wearing orange in the sannyas path, and not know the etiquette or the culture or anything in that capacity, just following what Krishna asked me to do, and what book knowledge and meditation experience from my journey that I'd had so far. And I'd stayed at temples before, but temples all vary greatly depending on the temple that you go to, and the culture of the temple, the mood of the temple. So many things just vary from temple to temple, and it's a beautiful diversity. But knowing the baseline of etiquette and what to do and not to do, especially as a person in orange, can be really challenging. Yeah, especially if you don't have much of the cultural context from your upbringing. So I'm still living in the van, and this in the same section of Seattle. I feel pulled to be in while wearing orange, and that area of Seattle isn't really ideal for van life. So you have to move often, you have to travel far, and you have to really be going every day a lot, just because it's not really accommodating, just for different reasons. And yeah, so I stayed in that area for the time I was meant to, and that was pretty much the spot I was in when I did this blog entry. And yeah, there was times that followed that were also purifying, but that was probably some of the largest purifying moments so far on this path wearing orange, because again, it's just sitting there not sure what to do, and the purification inside's really strong, and you can't really feel anything outside of you because Krishna is shielding all of it. Radha and Krishna are. And I don't know, as you're merging and connecting more and more, it was really intense. But it worked out, and made it through it and moving forward. And it really helps to have a little bit of an idea of how you're going to be connecting with people. And when you're studying with teachers and people, everybody's going to connect with people a little differently. Sometimes it's going to be drastically differently. And so if you decide to go out and teach, and you decide to take some type of journey like this, just know your way of teaching others and your way of connecting others is going to be how you do it. And that isn't necessarily how other people around you may do it. And so it's really challenging in a way, but it's also really freeing in a way, because when you find your modality or your vehicle or your style of connecting with people, it's really comfortable, and it really helps. And then that'll be your foundation, and then you'll grow from there. And discomfort will come because you'll have growing pains as you grow off the foundation that is familiar to you, So if you decide to do anything like this, just be really patient with yourself, give yourself time, meditate on it a lot, and spend time with Radha and Krishna or God, and really just sit with it and be patient. Because everything in the material, it moves so fast, and we get in such a rush, and then we put so much pressure on ourselves where there's already pressure on ourselves from the material and other things. So it's a lot. Just be gentle with yourself and hold space to find your own way in how you connect with others. Yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much it for today's blog entry. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for following along. I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day. Radhe, 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 Radhe.